There once was a hero named Link. Link was supposed to go ahead and save the princess of Hyrule, but decided it was not worth his time. Instead, he chose to run around the land, finding everything and anything he could, going through between the dark and the light, all within the rain, even making the rain stop in its fall. But after that long journey, he realized it's been enough time. He had to do something. So, it's time to finally finish this legend that once started not that long ago. Welcome back to Limits of Procrastination, where we try to find just how much we can do before even starting our main quest in games. This time, I'm going to correct a few mistakes I made in the previous video, and show you what else we can find before finding Zelda, but outside of the rain, as well as finishing the game with Zelda by our side. I wanted to start with something I didn't realize was possible in the first video, but came to my attention after it was uploaded. It is in fact possible to get to Turtle Rock during the rain. You do so by first coming to this area to the left of Turtle Rock. Get to this position here and tap left and A at the same time. This will let you buffer your movement, which lets you enter the diagonal wall for a bit. Just enough that when you do a spin attack and hold down and left, it will actually move you into the cliff. Once we jump up, you want to position yourself around here, and again do the same trick. This took me a bit here, but you're just able to move yourself so that you're able to jump up to here. Now the game's never supposed to let you be this close to this edge, so when you press left, instead of scrolling the screen like normal, it will actually put Link on the other side of the screen. Now it looks like you're on this bridge, but you're actually not. Pay attention to Link's shadow. If it's touching the bottom part right like that, that means you're too close to the bottom. Press up and then down, and now you're going to be in a better position. Once you're there, press down and A at the same time, and you're going to land on this weird cliff-like area. Once you're here, tap left, and now the screen will scroll right. Once it stops scrolling, simply press up and you're going to enter Turtle Rock, like normal. Or as normal as this could be. So now that you're here, you're going to be stuck in a wall, so use a bomb to explode it. And just to go show that this is, just show where we are, I'm going to exit and then come back in. And now you saw that we're at the last exit or last checkpoint of Turtle Rock. Which is good because right here there's a key also. Since we don't have the mirror shield, you have to use the cape, or probably if you time it well, you're able to pass through to get this key. Do not use this key in this room. Because of how we entered, we're gonna end up one key short in this dungeon. We're gonna open that door later, but not yet. Simply go backwards through the dungeon to get the mirror shield. But also save up on your keys for a bit. So first off, in this room, you're gonna see that this door is a small key door. It's actually a big key door, but from this side, it's actually instead it's a small key door. And this is important because since we're using a small key on a big key door, that means we're gonna have one small key less than we should have. So to remedy this, we have to get, first off, we're gonna get the big key so we can actually open the chest for the mirror shield. But secondly, we're gonna come back here, and we're gonna go up through here We're gonna go through this door because it doesn't matter when you use stairs. And grab this chest. And then we're gonna use the mirror to warp us back to this spot. Now we're able to get here without using one of the keys. So that means you're now able to open that door. But first I'm gonna go get this piece of heart and the mirror shield, which are both found in the same cave, just in the light and dark world. And just go through the rest of it as normal to get Zelda saved. One thing I came to realize also is that the hookshot is possible during the rain in the US version. The thing is, I wasn't able to actually get it. It starts off by doing a bomb clip through this wall, which is just place the bomb in a pixel perfect position so that when you dash into it, Link falls here. Then move into another pixel perfect position so that when you slash your sword and move down left, you go through the wall. That part I was able to do. Then you're supposed to go through this door and use a glitch with the bottle that will mess up the screen scrolling. And I was able to get a glitch similar to it, but never actually the one that I needed. There's a video linked in the description showing in which the glitch is properly done, as well as using the hookshot to get both of the other remaining crystals in heart containers. Now let's go get the tempered sword. We don't have the master sword, but luckily the two blacksmiths don't actually care which sword we give him. Though, as you might remember from last video, Dark World sprites are missing, which includes the blacksmith that you need to bring back home. Luckily, we can confuse the game into thinking which blacksmith we're talking to by doing the exploration glitch. If we enter through this entrance of Skull Woods with the exploration glitch active, we're able to go to the cave that is near the house where the blacksmiths live. By doing this, we do a glitch called World Confusion, in which we're in the light world but the game thinks that we're still in the dark world. That lets us enter homes that are normally only in the light world, such as a blacksmith's home, but the game perceives it as a dark world. What this means is that once we enter this door, we'll see something a little odd. Now for some reason, Link's pajamas, or his tunic, is jumping there and it's acting like the dark world version of the blacksmith. That's because this is the blacksmith that's here in the light world. But since the game thinks that we're still in the dark world, which will also return us to the dark world once we move a screen, he acts like his brother. Which is useful for us because once we get back there, we'll also see that he is back there. It's a good thing these two are twins that can't even tell themselves apart. And somehow got cloned. But now they're both here. So after we leave and come back, they're gonna offer us to upgrade our sword. Which means that our level 1 sword will be able to become the level 3 sword. So we just skip the master sword entirely. Of course, as normal, we do have to leave, go out of room and come back in. Just like you would in the normal game. But as you can see, what they do give is in fact the tempered sword. Now the music, you may have noticed that it changed. No longer is it the theme that plays while the rain is out. Instead it's now the normal theme. Now that we have the tempered sword, we're able to also get the big bomb, which will let us explode this crack and enter the pyramid normally. And we already have the silver arrows from the first time we got through here. But now that we have the tempered sword, we're also able to throw that in to get the final version of the sword. And since we have an upgraded version of the Master Sword, we're able to get the Bombos Medallion by using a wall clip that lets us jump up to this cliff. Now that we're on here, we can use the Book of Medora to read what the stone tablet says and get the Bombos Medallion. And with that, this is pretty much everything we can get. Excluding one thing. But after we pick up any version of the Master Sword, you're gonna see that the priest here is now on the ground and tells her that Zelda is missing. And if you were to go back to her cell, so that was everything we could get during the rain. However, even though rescuing Zelda stops the rain, stopping the rain does not rescue Zelda. Another way to stop the rain is by actually doing the first Aghanim fight. We got in here, as you saw, through using the magic cape to go through that barrier that the Master Sword is supposed to break. And even though we're told that the Master Sword is the only thing that can reflect back Aghanim's attack, the regular sword and, as you probably know, the nets do a fine job on that as well. So now that we're in the Dark World proper, everything is pretty much fixed. In fact, you can almost say it fixed itself too much, but we'll go into that later. One thing you see is that this piece of art is now here, as it should be. So that's pretty much what I mean by it fixed itself. And Dark World enemies, sprites, and everything is now where it should be. And the Light World is no longer raining. Let me just put myself in a proper position to warp. So yeah, you see the rain is gone. And I just went the wrong way here. Just gotta go through here. The problem is that now that everything fixed itself pretty much, defeating Aghanim also does another thing. It closes the front door to Hyrule Castle. No matter how much you push or pull, the doors won't budge. So Let's just show that doors aren't the only way to enter Hyrule Castle. Back in our favorite cave, we're gonna go use the exploration glitch to get to Zelda's cell. Or a few rooms before Zelda's cell. This one I find to be a pretty simple path, where you just have to go straight down until you pass through that long room, and then go left. And then just jump through here. Interesting, these first two soldiers get a gold look to them because of the change of palette, and I just think it looks cool. But as you can see now, Zelda can be saved, even though Hyrule Castle is locked. As for how you can exit Hyrule Castle, a simple save and quit works. With Zelda here, you can bring her pretty much anywhere, but there are a few things you do have to watch out for. One of the things that you have to look out for is pulling the Master Sword. Doing so works like normal, and by that I mean, of course it gives you the Master Sword and it clears up the sky. But as you just saw there, Zelda disappeared. And the reason I think why she disappears is because normally this is when she would get captured and you get this message. Another thing you have to watch out for. First, Steve's town cannot be open normally because it should be. But the thing you should be wary of if you want to bring Zelda with you is that grabbing a crystal will make her disappear. It's more of a delayed action, but now you can see she disappeared. And sure enough, when you exit, she'll be gone. So let's go back to going to what we can grab before rescuing Zelda if those things make her disappear. Now that the rain is gone, sprites are now where they should be, and they're able to pick up the flippers. And with the flippers, you're also able to grab this piece of heart next to the flippers as well. And as you try entering the sewer palace, you'll find something strange. This piece of heart, we already got it. We got it when it was in the Dark World. Remember, it was just a simple jump to grab it. But now, it's in the Light World again. So, be saving a maiden after bringing Zelda with us will make her disappear. But for some reason, grabbing them before we rescue her does not make her disappear. Is pretty much the truth. In reality, no matter what, after you save a maiden, Zelda will, if she's following you, she'll be back in her cell for some reason. I don't understand why, but you're just able to pick her back up each and every time after. But the spirit of this challenge is to do things before saving her, so that's why she's not following us yet. And with the pig medallion, you're able to enter Turtle Rock normally now. Just in case you thought that the previous method was a little too hard or confusing to do. And get the mirror shield and the maiden from this dungeon. Just in case you felt like the previous method of entering during the rain is a little too much for. And as Zelda says, we would use our combined powers to break the barrier. Now normally by we she means herself and the maidens. But in this challenge, we can change that a bit by just going back to her cell after saving all the maidens. And she's back here. She'll be back here every time after you save a maiden, so if that is too much trouble for you, you only need to come here once after rescuing all the 7 maidens. Which includes Zelda, which is a little confusing why she needed to be saved twice in the span of like 5 minutes, but oh well. With Zelda with us, we can finally head on to Ganon's tower. There's nothing else to collect, nothing else to really do. But I think we've procrastinated a little too much. It's time to finish this once and for all. We are going to break the barrier. So up there we're here in Ganon's tower, I want you to pay attention to what Aghanim said. And remember for a little later. You notice that Zelda also becomes this transparent version of herself, and when we defeat Aghanim, she becomes this shadow version of herself. Though this fixes itself once this next cutscene ends. And see, she's back to normal. Now I see a different version of events where we use the exploration glitch to get here without the 7 crystals. By doing so, we see something a little strange. First off, now Aghanim and Zelda have this transparency. Aghanim's speech was actually what he said in the first battle, and this attack pattern is also that of the first battle. I have my suspicions to why, and that is that since we entered through the light bulb, the game thinks that we're in the tower in Higher Castle instead of Ganon's tower. Because of this, I'm going to give him what Kaku does in that area instead of in Ganon's tower. At first I thought it's because Zelda was here, because that's what happened the first time I was here with Zelda. But as shown previously, that's not the case. That's just what happened. If you come here with the 7 crystals, not after I got into defeat, more strange recipes. And now everyone just disappears, the hub goes to look transparent. And once we're brought back into here, back to the pyramid, to this cutscene, you see that somehow Link's shield is now black instead of gold. In fact, any shield you bring with you after defeating Aghanim, by defeating the first Aghanim fight in the second area, in Ganon's Tower, your shield will be black, and not only your shield, but also your sword. As you can see, it's black here. And as cool it is, it's not strong enough to defeat Ganon. You can keep attacking, he never takes damage from this sword. Because it's still up the sword. He never got the Master Sword. And if you remember well, the Master Sword needs a spin attack to even damage Ganon. So since we can't damage him, we just gotta save him quit. So what do we do when we can't defeat Ganon? We can go get the Master Sword, it is there, but if we do that, Zelda gets captured. The same happens with the Temperance Sword, and no other weapons to damage Ganon. Not even the Silver Arrows, not until that final phase at least. What we can do, however, if we can't defeat him, why don't we just ignore him? Hey, what have we been using this entire time? The exploration glitch. So let's use the exploration glitch to finish this once and for all. After all, it's known for used to beat the game in less than 3 minutes. So we use it this time to beat the game in over 5 hours. So, one thing we could do to shorten this part of the exploration glitch is screen wrapping. Basically, similar to how in Turtle Rock, we were able to go from one side of the screen to the other by just going to the left more than we were supposed to. We were able to get from the right edge of the map to the left edge by simply just going more right. It will put us one layer down, sort of similar to how if you press right on the rightmost item in your inventory, will put you to the leftmost item and one column down. Think of it like that, but this time rooms of the map. So once we do that, we just have to go 3 rooms up until we reach the Ganon room. And from here we just have to go 1 screen even higher, and we reach the Triforce. Zelda must have tripped on the way because we can't see her anymore. But that's the end of this run. I want to thank you all for sticking this far into the video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, be sure to leave a comment and like the video. Also, if you want to see other games be broken in a similar fashion, feel free to subscribe to be the first to watch the next video of this series. Until then, I wish that we get to see each other again in another day, and another time, another game. See ya.